When you try to picture what's under the Antarctic ice, your mind probably jumps to some pretty wild places. Fantastic stories of crystal cities, secret Nazi fortresses, maybe even the lost city of Atlantis. For decades, these tales have been the go-to explanation for the world's most remote continent. But what if I told you the truth? Uncovered by scientists with some seriously futuristic tech, is even stranger and more profound than any conspiracy theory. Forget the fiction. The reality is a world that has been completely sealed off from our own for 15 million years. A hidden, ghost-like landscape with colossal mountain ranges taller than the Alps and vast, dark lakes of liquid water, all buried under 2 miles of solid ice. This isn't a sci-fi blockbuster. This is a real journey to the bottom of our planet to uncover what's truly lying in wait. The Great White Unknown. To get what's underneath Antarctica, you first have to appreciate what's sitting on top. The Antarctic ice sheet is a monster. It's the largest single mass of ice on Earth, covering an area of 14 million square kilometers. That's about 1.5 times the size of the United States. In some spots, the ice is nearly 3 miles thick. It's an almost unimaginable amount of frozen water. If it all melted, global sea levels would rocket up by a catastrophic 190 feet, or 58 meters. For most of human history, this continent was just a blank spot on the map, a place of myth. Even after we finally set foot there, the surface seemed like a flat, boring, sterile desert of white. The average temperature is so mind-numbingly cold that life as we know it just can't hang on. We saw a featureless wasteland, and for the longest time, we figured what was underneath had to be just as dull. A simple, flat slab of rock. Turns out we were dead wrong. That desolate landscape is a mask. And beneath that crushing weight of ice, a world frozen in time has been waiting. A world with geography as dramatic and complex as any other continent on Earth. The only question was, how in the world could we see it? Peeling back the ice with radar. You can't just dig a 2-mile deep hole. The solution didn't come from a shovel, but from the sky. Starting in the mid-20th century, scientists began flying planes armed with a game-changing technology, ice-penetrating radar. By shooting radio waves down into the ice and listening to the echoes, they could basically give the planet an ultrasound. And the first images that came back were jaw-dropping. Buried in the heart of East Antarctica, completely entombed by ice, was a massive mountain range. Discovered by a Soviet team in 1958, they were named the Gamburtsev Subglacial Mountains. But it wasn't until an international project from 2007 to 2009 that we truly got the picture. The radar data revealed a landscape that defied every expectation. The Gamburtsevs stretch for up to 1,200 kilometers, with jagged peaks and deep valleys that rival the European Alps. This was a huge geological puzzle. Mountains are supposed to get worn down by erosion. But the Gamburtsevs, which are ancient, looked shockingly young and sharp. Scientists now believe the very ice that buried the mountains is also what preserved them. While glaciers in the valleys slowly grind away, the extreme cold at the highest ridges essentially flash freezes the ice to the rock. This creates a protective shield that has stopped erosion in its tracks for millions of years. It's an entire mountain range, perfectly preserved in a cryogenic state. A ghost of a world that existed long before the ice took over. The world of water. As incredible as finding hidden mountains was, the radar revealed something even more mind-bending. It's not just rock buried under the ice, it's water. In the coldest place on Earth, scientists started seeing strange, perfectly smooth reflections in the data. These weren't the jagged echoes of rock, but the unmistakable signature of liquid. This led to one of the biggest discoveries of the 20th century. In the 1990s, scientists confirmed the existence of a gigantic subglacial lake right under Russia's Vostok Station. Named Lake Vostok, it rivals North America's Lake Ontario in size and has been sealed off from our atmosphere for at least 15 million years. How is this possible? The immense pressure from the miles of ice above keeps the water from freezing. while a trickle of geothermal heat from the Earth's core provides just enough warmth from below. And Lake Vostok isn't alone. Far from it. Using satellite data, scientists have now found a vast hidden plumbing system. By spotting tiny changes in the ice surface height, dips and rises of a few feet, they can watch these lakes fill and drain. As of recent discoveries, the inventory of these hidden lakes has ballooned to over 675. Many of these are part of active networks, connected by inferred rivers and channels that shuttle huge volumes of water across the continent, all in total darkness. We're witnessing a dynamic, continent-wide water system we never even knew existed. The life question. This, of course, immediately sparked one of the most exciting questions in science. If there's liquid water, sealed off for millions of years, in total darkness and under crushing pressure, could something be alive in there? For a long time, the answer was assumed to be no. But the chance to find a totally unique ecosystem, a test case for life on other worlds, was too tempting. The challenge was insane. How do you drill through miles of ice without contaminating the most pristine place on Earth? After decades of work, scientists have finally broken through. Projects like the Subglacial Antarctic Lakes Scientific Access, or SALSA, have successfully drilled into some of these hidden worlds. And what they're finding is wild. In samples retrieved from the ice directly above these lakes and from more accessible subglacial environments, researchers have found a dizzying array of genetic sequences from bacteria, fungi, and other microbes. While the evidence from the famous Lake Vostok is still debated due to the risk of contamination from the drilling process itself, studies on other lakes like Lake Whillans show much clearer signs of life. These aren't just frozen, dormant cells. There's strong evidence of active, thriving ecosystems. They don't survive on sunlight, but through chemosynthesis, drawing energy from the minerals and chemicals in the surrounding rock. Some studies have even found genetic signatures of heat-loving microbes, leading scientists to hypothesize that there could be hydrothermal vents on the lake floors, creating little oases of energy in the dark. It's a true alien world on our own planet. The why it matters climax. So, we've got ghost mountains and dark lakes with mysterious microbes. It's an awesome story, but why does it really matter to us, living thousands of miles away? First, that hidden plumbing system of lakes and rivers acts like a lubricant for the ice sheet. As these lakes fill and drain, they can speed up or slow down the flow of glaciers heading for the ocean. Understanding this is absolutely critical for predicting the future of the Antarctic ice sheet and its impact on global sea level rise. What happens in these hidden lakes doesn't stay in these hidden lakes. It directly affects our coastlines. Second, this discovery has completely reshaped the search for life beyond Earth. Moons in our own solar system, like Jupiter's Europa and Saturn's Enceladus, are believed to have massive liquid water oceans buried under thick ice shells. For ages, we could only guess if life could exist there. Antarctica's subglacial lakes are our best earthly analog. They're helping to prove that complex microbial life can thrive without sunlight in high-pressure, low-energy worlds. By studying life under Antarctica's ice, we're literally learning how to search for life under the ice of distant moons. Antarctica isn't some static, dead continent. It's a place of deep mystery and shocking surprises. Buried beneath that featureless shield of ice is a dynamic and complex world we're only just starting to map. A world of jagged mountains frozen in time and a sprawling network of active lakes and rivers that could harbor life forms unlike anything we've ever seen. The old conspiracy theories were right about one thing. There is a hidden world under the ice. It's just not a city made of crystals. It's a world of rock, water, and life that holds critical secrets to our planet's past and powerful clues for our future search for life in the cosmos. We are in the golden age of Antarctic exploration, and the greatest discoveries are still waiting for us. If you want to explore more of our planet's hidden mysteries, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next journey into the unknown. Thanks for watching.